Afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. We're on our third day of corn hauling, and let me tell you, we've been running through the corn like we never have before, but we've come into a slight problem. This third bin right here that we've been hauling corn out of, it's already down to the floor. I'm guessing I had somewhere in the ballpark of 40,000 bushels in this bin, and we pulled about 30,000 bushels out of it in 2.5 days so far. Anyway, you can see I've opened up the intermediate wells, and we're all the way down, and now we got to start the bin sweep. Now on this bin right here and this bin over here, we got what they call carry-in sweeps. Because we don't have an auger going into each bin, there's no gearbox there to be able to drive that bin sweep. So we got what's called a carry-in sweep, whereas it's one that just mounts on a pole in the center of the floor, and it's got an electric motor on it that drives the auger. And these things are a huge pain in the butt because we can't leave them permanently mounted onto the center well because the flow of gravity pulling that grain down could break the gearbox on the sweeps, so we got to set them off to the side. You can see right here, it's covered up by a mountain of grain. We got it resting on the 2 wood blocks over there on the center. So I'm going to go get the wire, plug it in, and run the sweep enough to move all this grain out around it to where Zach and I can then get in, pick the thing up, and move it over onto the center hole, which is a huge pain in the butt. I absolutely hate it. But this is what we got, and to get one with a gearbox and a direct drive on it, I priced it out this fall. Well, it cost me somewhere close to $40,000, so that's a big price to pay for convenience, so I reckon we'll just keep doing it this way for a little bit. You think walking on a sandy beach and stuff, you gotta have to walk in this stuff right here. It'll give you a workout. Let's get our cord hung up out of the way. We don't want that to get caught in the auger. That'd be a bad deal. Alright, I'm gonna go get a scoop and kind of clean up behind it. We gotta clear out a small triangle shaped piece here just to keep grain from spilling down on us as we're trying to set that thing and make it a big pain in the butt. All right, just got Zach loaded up, and he's gonna take a couple minutes to help me get this bin sweep set in, because ain't no way I can do it by myself. The sucker is heavy. Oh, I hate that job almost as much as I hate sweeping on one of these bins. I got one more load swept out of there. I'm gonna have my work cut out for me tomorrow though. I'm pretty sure by the time we get done right after lunch, I'm gonna be pretty wore out. So anyway, I'll bring it back out here again in the morning. We got a frosty morning here this morning. A little chilly. We got a big day here at the grain bins today. A lot of shoveling. I ate my Wheaties this morning, also known as powdered donuts, because we got, I'm guessing, about 5 more semi-truckloads in bin number 3 to run the bin sweep on. And the way I calculated, Zach takes about 40 minutes to make a round trip to and from Tyson. It's going to take me about 30 minutes to run the sweep and get one load and shovel behind it, so I'll have about 10 minutes rest time in between each load. But we're gonna have a short day today. Zach's got to leave early. I got some things, I've got some other obligations this afternoon, so hopefully we get those 5 loads hauled out of the bin, and then we'll have one of the 3 grain bins cleaned out of corn. Only 2 more left to go. So
all right, hauling update. We are officially into day 4 and have hauled right at 34,000 bushels. I'm starting to like this hauling to Tyson thing. So we're plucking away at it a little bit at a time. A whole lot more than if we were having to make a 2.5 hour round trip. But I think I'm averaging like 40 to 45 minutes a run right now. If I'm doing the math correctly, next Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depending on what the lines look like, we should be wrapping up corn delivery. The earliest we've ever gotten done, even when we had some guys helping us custom haul. That'd be nice. Get stuff done around the shop, maybe go ahead and get the shop cleaned out, get it all reorganized before New Year's. So anyways, we'll see if Matt's got that bin knocked out whenever we get back.
All right, we back down here at the grain bins again this morning. Didn't quite get that bin cleaned out yesterday. We hauled enough corn to clean it out, but I checked my bin manager, and the corn in bin 4, the very top level, still wasn't quite dried down to 15%. So I was trying to blend it about half and half with the corn I was pulling out of 4. I'd run about 500 bushels out of 3, and then about 500 bushels out of 4 here into the unloading bin, and just trying to blend it up because the corn we're pulling out of 3 is dried down about 14.5% moisture, so it could stand to be a little wetter. You know, just trying to prevent a pretty big dock on 3 or 4 loads that we pull out of here. So it worked pretty good. But anyway, I think we got about 1 more load in bin 3 to get out, and it'll be completely empty. Then we'll get started on bin 4. It had probably 38,000 bushels in it, and then we'll finish up with bin 1 here. All right, we almost there. That's all we got left to clean up. Thing is, I don't know if my back can take scooping up that last little bit. We'll try here. All right, there we go. 1 minute. Thank goodness. Got a few days before I gotta clean out another one. I need to do a little recuperating now. All right, now we're gonna start pulling out of bin number 4 here. Hopefully we run most of the wet corn that was still on top that hadn't dried down yet. Hopefully we run most of it through with the dry corn and blend it together, and we won't get hammered with very much dock on the first few loads of this bin, hopefully. Because this bin is set off to the side. This is the only bin we got that's got an auger unload system on it, and it's definitely a little bit slower than what the loop system is. And when I first kicked it on yesterday, I had a problem almost immediately. These belts right here that drive the motor, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if one of them snapped and then the other two started slipping and burning too, or what. I don't know, but these belts were not very old, but one of these belts right here was in terrible shape, like cracked all the way around, which is definitely part of the problem. But anyway, this sucker plugged up solid, and in between loading trucks and sweeping out of that bin, I was trying to get this unplugged. Finally got it unplugged. Got some new belts on there, so hopefully it won't give us any problems unloading corn. We're not going to quite test it out. We're not going to test it out too hard though. I'm not going to open it up all the way and risk plugging it up again. I'll just take a few extra minutes to load my bin up rather than spending an hour trying to unplug it. But anyway, this is what we're going to be doing for the next couple of days until we get down to the bin sweep in this bin. So not really much new stuff to show you, so I'll bring you back when we get back down to the bin sweep here in a few days. All right guys, a couple more days later hauling plus the weekend, we're now ready to do some more bin sweeping. Tell you what, this corn is going out here a whole lot faster than what I'm used to in previous years, that is for sure. I don't even think my back's had enough time to recover from all the shoveling in the previous bin, but we'll try and suffer through here. I got me a fresh dust mask here, so we're gonna get after it. Ah yes, the horror show on Greek Farm early morning edition. Now this bin that we're in here, bin number 4, it's a 42-foot bin, whereas the other 2 big ones are 48-foot bins. So that means we got 6 less feet in diameter to sweep. We just got the bin sweep started last Friday to fill out the last load, but we're gonna have less sweeping to do in this bin than the last one. And because this is a newer bin, we got a lot better sweep here. It's a lot better design sweep. Plus it's not one we got to actually lift on and off there, because this one is run off the auger. So this is one of my favorite bins to sweep. I don't have to keep the auger kicked forward because it's got a really nice tractor type looking wheel on the end. Really keeps that thing shoved in the grain and moves around pretty quick. Get these things off so I can actually get in here. These are braces right here to just help hold the bin together when it's completely full. It's alive! Alright, let me get this camera set up in here and go find my scoop. I don't know why I left it. And there he is again, back already. I actually kind of wish he'd slow down a little. Oh, we'll get there though. I think I'm gonna set this now and let you handle this one. How about that?
Are you gonna be nice now? Been nice all morning, helping you out. You're just Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Well, that's it for bin number 4. 2 down, 1 more to go. Got this, got our smaller bin, 30-foot bin. It's got corn in there. Don't really know how much it is because it was about 3/4 full, but then we run quite a bit out of that to one of our bigger bins to help it dry down quicker. So I don't know, maybe 7,000 to 8,000 bushels left in there. And we'll be done with corn. Moving on along.
Do I need does it have the pin or no? Just open it up and go.
No, they don't need the pin in it yet.
Okay, I'll start it up now.
Well, we are 8.5 days in to hauling corn. This is the 14th of December, and we are down to the bin sweep on the last bin. We've got probably 1 in the truck, 2 in the bin, 5 loads left to haul after 8.5 days. I've been averaging like 9 trucks a day. They've had a few hiccups at the granary here lately, but I never, ever would have imagined getting 10,000 bushels a day hauled. But we are. This will be the earliest we've ever been done hauling corn. Ever. Well, maybe 2007 when the drought hit and nothing made anything. They probably got done sooner. But anyways, get these last few loads hauled and see what else we can get into.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's just me today. Matt went to go get a trailer, and so I loaded Zach up, but we have a problem. We're down to the sweep in bin 1, and I have a strict policy that I don't get in a bin by myself. It's not safe. So I got the door open. We still got the soothing sounds of the grain bin system. Got the door open, and I have bumped the auger a little bit. I'm gonna bump it again. Get some of this grain that's still at least 3 or 4 rings up high to kind of move down on its own before we get in and start shoveling. We changed this out last year, so there's no 2 people getting in and moving the auger on the center wells. This one is just like on bin 4. So I'm gonna let it do its job. And of course I got my trusty partner with me today. And it looks like we're almost full, so I'm probably gonna let it go around 1 more time. Get some of this going. And then wait for Zach or Matt to get back. And we'll get rolling. Ah yes, don't you just love the sounds? It's soothing. Not so much. You can actually hear this about a mile down the road. I had neighbors tell us they can hear the bins. So we're gonna get it all the time. Why is it squeaking? We don't know. The paddle touches it just a little bit, and that's what you get to hear. Plus, all the weight is on the front end. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop that, and I think it is Yep, I'd say it's full, baby. So anyways, that's where we're at. I'm waiting for the boys to get back and fill up, and we'll get back in the bin. I helped Matt yesterday get in the bin, so this one's smaller. This could be just a one-person job. So, gonna hang out until they get back.
All right, here we are. We knocking on the door of being done with corn hauling. All we got left is this right here. Kelly's already gotten the bin sweep done. I had a meeting this morning and she already got it started. This bin is only a 30-foot diameter bin, so the sweep auger is a whole lot shorter and a whole lot easier for me to keep up with. So we'll get this started. All right, just got finished cleaning everything up, just in the nick of time. Zach just pulled back. I don't think we got more than one load in here, but we'll find out. There it goes, last load heading to town. I gotta do something about widening that out, going to the left there. Normally we've always gone to the right with it.
Well, boys and girls, about 74, 75 trucks. I'm hitting the outbound scale. For the last time, this has been the quickest we've knocked out corn. And we done. I'm gonna go back to the shop. See if I can get this nasty truck cleaned up. Get it ready for beans next week.
All right, guys. Well, what you just seen over the last couple of videos has definitely set a new record for us on getting grain moved in a hurry. Even last year when we were using custom haulers and had like 4 trucks running, we still didn't get the grain moved that quick. But the combination of switching facilities, going to Tyson, which is only 20 minutes away as opposed to an hour away, a well-managed place, no lines, trucks in and out real quick, plus the addition of, that new holding tank to where, our turnaround time, as soon as Zach pulls up under there till the time he's pulling back out on the road, I think we got it down to about 3¼ minutes. About 3 minutes 15 seconds. I think it took us about 2 minutes and 40 seconds max to load the truck, then another 30 seconds to get down there and tarp it, and he was back on the road again. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Heck, I wish I'd built that thing several years earlier, especially before steel got up as high as it is. But luckily we got it built this year and didn't wait until, say, this next year, because that $36,000 project, no telling what it would be this coming up year. Also let you know, we applied for Tennessee Ag Enhancement money. That's a program that the government's got out there to help encourage investment in farm infrastructure, whether it be row crop farmers, cattle farmers, whatever. Anyway, they have a program for grain systems right there, and we were able to utilize that. So we were able to get some cost share assistance on that, help us out by about $12,000 on that. And then, so, our costs on it so far have been about $24,000. And then once you figure the tax advantages out on it, the cost comes down even more than that. So it's definitely been a huge improvement to our operation, really speeding this up. Speaking of tax situations, I met with the accountant a few days ago, and if you hadn't figured it out by now, we had a pretty dang good year this year. With the exception of cotton, we had either record yields or almost record yields in every crop. We got good prices. We haven't done a lot of spending. We've managed our costs. We're not really investing in any equipment this year, so we got a pretty big tax liability coming up. Looks like we'll be funding the Biden's Build Back Better plan quite a bit. So there's really not any equipment that we need to help us with the tax liability, and my philosophy is I'm not going to buy a piece of equipment strictly to keep from paying income taxes. I'd rather pay my income taxes and have that extra cash in my account to set us up better for this coming up year. Be less money we got to borrow to put in the crop. Anything comes up, you know, rather than having to take out a loan, we've got extra cash there to hopefully cover it. I think that's the smart business thing to do. Now, if there was a piece of equipment that we needed to get, this year would be a great year to do it, but equipment is hard to find. Equipment values are inflated because of all the crap going on. So we're gonna, the extra profit we've made, we're gonna sit on it and invest it right back in the business. You know, be less money we gotta go to the bank to borrow to put in our crop for next year. So that's kind of where we stand on that. In between loading trucks for the last week and a half or so, I've been trying to get equipment clean. Made real good progress on that. Only got 3 pieces left to wash. We got our sprayer, got the cotton picker. Whenever I can get Carter to get all the lint picked off of it, then it'll be ready for the wash pad. And then we got our service truck. Everything else I've gotten washed, and now that Zach's done hauling, he's gonna start running all this equipment through the shop, cleaning out the cabs, air filters, giving everything a good coat of ceramic wax on it. And then we'll be ready to park everything and put it away for hibernation for the winter. Then once we get that done, hopefully right before Christmas, we'll be able to clear everything out of our shop, give the floor a really good power washing, throw away junk we've accumulated, reorganize everything, and then put another coat of sealer on the floor like we did last winter. So unfortunately, December is one of my least favorite months because it's probably our 3rd busiest time of the year. June is an extremely busy time with all of our crops needing maintained plus wheat harvest, and then October with all of our crops are ready to be harvested. Wheat is ready to be planted, and then December is the 3rd busiest, getting all of our corn hauled, getting all of our equipment clean, getting all our financial records in order, figuring out what our tax liabilities are. I've already had to order seed for next year in December, trying to make plans for where we're going to go this next year with crops, especially with the way input prices have shot up, along with some things being scarce, just going in a million different ways. December is usually all about the business side of farming and not the agronomic side. So it's definitely not one of my favorite times of year, which kind of sucks because it puts a little damper on the holiday spirit, unfortunately. But we've made great time this December. We're not as rushed as we have been in past years, and a lot of that's been because, well, we were able to get our corn hauled in a timely manner. So also, the last thing I want to mention is I think I said in a previous video that all of our corn is being hauled to Tyson. So all of our corn is going to be used as chicken feed. So I'd like to encourage you, whenever you go to the grocery store, I'd like to encourage you to, if you buy chicken, I'd encourage you to pick up chicken that's been produced by Tyson. Because by you supporting Tyson, that's also helping to support our farm. And who knows, maybe some of what that chicken ate actually came off of our farm. You never know. Kind of funny how that stuff works. But I'd like to encourage you to choose Tyson chicken over the other brands in the supermarket. By you supporting them, it helps to support us. So anyway, I still got another hour and a half left today. I guess it's time for me to get wet and nasty and get some equipment cleaned up. So appreciate y'all watching. We'll be back again soon.